Hi guys, I'm talking about sunblock and it's essential. Did you know that 80% of your aging is actually coming from the sun? So it's more than your lifestyle and genetics. So it's super important that when you go outside that you protect yourself against the UVA and UVB from the sun because it damages your DNA, it speed up your aging, reduce collagen production, elastin. So really important to use it. The main ingredient that you should be looking into when you buy a sunscreen, it's actually zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Those are the only two ingredients that will cover 100% of the UVA and UVBs. And that's the big difference between a sunscreen and a sunblock and mineral and chemical. So my quick explanation for, if the difference between the two, a physical or mineral sunblock, it's actually, like I said, zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. So that's actually a mineral that's been milled and then it sits at the surface of your skin. So when the rays from the sun come, they kind of bounce back and they just don't even touch your skin. And that's why it's 100% coverage. And that's why it's essential. Then when you get into chemical sunscreen, so those are ingredients that they put in the cream, and those ingredients will absorb the rays. So technically, the rays are still absorbed by your skin. So when you see like the protection on your sunblock, like a SPF, technically those are regulated by Health Canada or the government to tell you that the product have a guarantee that if you use it properly, you're not going to burn, which is great, but you're still absorbing rays from the sun, and that's still changing your DNA, and you can still have it speed up the wrinkle and sun damage, melasma, and that's why it's so important to have that 100% coverage because yes, we don't want to burn, we don't want to get cancer, but we also don't want to have fine line, wrinkle, and all that. And that's why you really need to have those ingredients. Okay, so again, you can go at the drugstore and get yourself a good zinc oxide sunscreen. And actually, I found like Neutrogena have a decent one, okay? So why would I recommend maybe the one that we sell here at Sparkle versus what's there? Well, it depends on your skin type, okay? So the big difference between the two would be how the zinc oxide or the titanium dioxide got milled. So in the better quality one, they're milled more like in pebble flat, so when they sit on top of each other they still breathe. Okay, so it's really it's better for people acne prone, that clogged pore and large pore sensitivity, to have to let your skin breathe, versus the one that you would get like a cheaper version. They're more round, so your skin don't breathe as well. And also I found like a good sunblock, I love the zinc oxide, can actually be a really good primer. So when you put on your face, when you put your makeup on, you'll really like the effect of it. Versus the round one, it's almost like your makeup start moving all over, and it just doesn't breathe. So a lot of people will get sweaty, the makeup will not work, they may be left with that white film on their skin as soon as it gets wet, or so that's why I think it's totally worth it to have like a good quality zinc oxide sunscreen, because I like to have my makeup and all that. But it kind of depends on you. Then a lot of people will ask me, so should I use my sunblock every day? Yes, you should. The last step of your skincare routine should be your sun protection every morning, every day. I don't care if it's winter, if it's rainy, there's still UVs out there. It's been, proven now that the rays from even your skin, your cell phone can affect your skin cell. So you want to protect against everything. I strongly suggest that if you are outside in the sun, that you should reapply your sunblock every 2 hours, especially if you have melasma. I mean, for everybody, I don't want to say that, but just the people that are really struggling with melasma should be really reapplying their sun block every 2 hours. I like to wear makeup, so a lot of people ask me, well, what I do, should I just put the sunblock on top of my makeup? It's not a problem. So I like to use the Osmosis mineral press powder. So it's a little compact. I just kind of put the brush in it and then I put it all over my face. It does have a coverage, so I like that. And also if I get a little bit sweaty, it kind of absorbs the humidity, so I really like it. I'm acne prone and I found like it really suits my skin. Proderm and Color Science also have those little brush that you can just kind of keep in your purse, in your car, that you can just reapply when you go outside. That's another option. So in your kit, if you join the skincare challenge, everybody got a sunblock because I think everybody should get one. And I mostly recommended either the Elta MD, the SPF 41, the tinted one. So if maybe you ask for tinted sunblock, maybe if you told me that you like to have coverage, or maybe if you're more like normal to sensitive redness, I went there. That's the one I recommended for you. Then for people maybe that had a lot of hyperpigmentation, sun damage, acne prone, I did recommended the Sheer 45 from Vivier. That's the one that I'm using. It's the perfect primer. It's a perfect, if I'm looking for a moisturizer, that it just does the trick for me. It doesn't clog my pore. It just breathes really well. It doesn't have any coverage. That's the little, bummer there. But I still use my mineral powder on top of it because I'm really acne prone. So I don't want anything that could, make my skin not breathe. And there's a little bit of dimethicone in this one. So if you're sensitive and dry, you'll love this one. If you're more acne prone, I would go here. So you got one or two. Another big difference between the medical grade skincare and what you would get at the drugstore, it's how much a tiny little bit will go a long way. So you didn't get that much in your sample, but it will really last long. So you don't need a whole lot. So it may be more expensive at first, but the product will last you way longer. So that's kind of my recommendation about sunblock. You need it. It's essential. If you have any question about the product or a different option of it, feel free to reach out to me. Go on the Facebook group. I answer all your questions there. And see you soon. Bye-bye.